Hi everybody, again my name is Rich Rosenblum. This is my fourth video talking about my nursing school journey. My previous background, I mentioned this before in previous videos, is I was a boots on the ground strength and conditioning coach. Worked with Army personnel, intercollegiate athletes, then I moved over to college recreation for a while, but I've been in the fitness industry, mainly as a strength coach, fitness manager, part-time performance coach, personal trainer for over 12 years, and I'm making the switch to nursing school. In the last videos, I was talking about how I was dealing with the application process, the online classes that I was taking. I was taking 3 classes with Portage, and I had submitted my transcripts, and I was waiting to hear back from UMass Boston. I only applied for one school. I was looking between UMass Boston, I live in the Boston area, and MGH. UMass Boston, most of that program is online, but it's also half the cost of tuition. Of course, both schools are accredited, but I also used to work at UMass Boston as their fitness manager. So I only applied for one school. I had good grades. In addition, they waived the TEAS exam, the TEAS exam, which many nursing students, potential nursing students, have to take before. They waived that exam. Even though I was studying for that every day, their website was updated. So it was a good opportunity to apply for nursing school. And I'm very excited to say that I got accepted. 35 people got accepted out of, I think, over 100 applications, so I feel very lucky. Again, I have a master's degree in exercise science. I have a bachelor's degree in fitness management. I've worked on part of my MBA, so I feel that I can handle the academic rigor, and my previous background in academia will show that I'll be able to pass this accelerated nursing school. Now, I'm moving on to the next step. And it's exciting because now I have a new sense of purpose. During the pandemic, it was pretty rough mentally. There was a lot of mental fog and blah and uncertainty. And that is probably the word for 2020, uncertainty of what's going to happen next. But one thing is certain, I'm going to go into nursing school and I'm going to rock it. I'm going to study hard and I'm going to pass the NCLEX after a year. So I want to get into what it's like to prepare for nursing school. I'm still a pre-nursing student. It's the summer. I'm still trying to enjoy myself, trying to do the best I can. But I am studying a little bit every day. And there are some things that the university requires prior to starting. Number one, I have to get fitted for N95 mask, which is, I think, is kind of nifty. Most of the curriculum at UMass Boston is online, but there are some courses that you need some hours in person on campus. So I'm assuming for them to allow us to be back on campus, we have to come in full protective gear. So the university is going to fit us for N95 masks. We're also required to purchase on our own side scrubs, stethoscope. We have to purchase and attend and pass a BLS class. We need other basic masks, surgical masks, gloves. So there are some extra costs associated with that. And also, because I don't have Wi-Fi in this apartment, I have to figure out how to get Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, the university is still uncertain if they're going to be open. So there are going to be some extra costs associated with nursing school, even though I'm going to be paying probably close to $40,000 in tuition. But one thing that has happened with the CARES Act, C-A-R-E-S Act, is that many universities have an application process where you can actually submit requests for emergency funding. So that's something to look into if you are an undergraduate student and the coronavirus has affected your income, or if you've had any other significant issues in your life, if it's immigration, employment, medical, the CARES Act may provide some support, and that's done on the university level. But some other things about the program that I want to talk about I'm going through my notes here as we go through. The way I was informed about acceptance into the program, it's not like getting accepted to an undergraduate. If your first freshman year undergraduate program, and they give you a nice packet in the mail and it's polished. No, I honestly I don't care about that. I just want to start school and then get a new job. So it was a simple email from the program assistant. Totally fine. That's good to go. Because I was a previous MBA student, it took some extra time for them to transfer me over from a graduate program to an undergraduate program, and I had to send them every transcript even from my pre-college years. I took one pre-calculus class before I attended Blue Hens, my alma mater, back in the day, so they wanted that transcript. Whatever, I sent it everything to them, and so I'm squared away there. To prepare right now, there's really no guidance on preparing for nursing school, except if you look at some online videos. I'm taking a couple basic courses on blood flow and pathophysiology, pharmacology on YouTube, or some lectures, reading about an hour to 2 hours every day, just trying to keep myself sharp so I'm not going in completely blind. I'm doing a little bit to prepare every day. Again, this UMass Boston's program is almost 100% online, and I'm a little worried about that because I'm an ambivert, so I get energy from interacting with other people, and I feel that going into an accelerated nursing program, a lot of people there are in a similar place in life. They're changing careers, they're in their second or third career. They're not your typical college-age student. I'm 34, so I'm definitely not your typical college-age student. And it would be nice to network with other professionals who are going through similar academic struggles and academic life crises in their life. But we have a Facebook page set up for our cohort, and we're trying to talk about supplies. Any questions people have, it's great forum to use. Myself and another student, we're going to try to host something outdoors at like a local brewery that can accommodate for the amount of people in there. We'll see what happens with that. That could be fun, a great way to network. So, before classes start September 8th, there's also going to be a 3-day orientation at the 2 days at the end of August and 1 day in the first week of September. So I'm not 100% sure what this orientation is going to be about, but it's certainly not going to give you a tour of campus, and people can figure that out on their own for the most part. So the accelerated nursing program is going to be completely different than your traditional bachelor's program, much faster. They recommend you not to work for a year. So got to figure that out. Doing my best right now to save my money. Probably got to take out a loan. Just trying to do what I can. It's going to be a struggle bus for the next year, but I'm ready to do it. I'm excited to learn new skills and to help to improve the health of my community. Thank you, Portage, for providing the technology and the support that I needed to take those classes at an expedited rate and then ultimately to get into nursing school. Like, I had this dream about a little less than a year ago. I was able to finish 3 4-credit courses in about 4 months, probably a little bit less than 4 months. So without Portage, and their courses were priced very reasonably, and without the pre-approval from UMass Boston, I would not have been able to get into that program. So I feel very grateful that I was able to afford for those courses. I got into school. I also feel very grateful that during the pandemic, I was able to move in with my parents in Jersey. It kind of sucks. I'm in my 30s moving in with my parents, but that's better than staying in a 300 square foot studio in Boston during the peak of the pandemic. So, thanks again. it's kind of bizarre that I feel so grateful that I'm going to be very stressed out for the next year. But from me and my personality, I know that once I have this mission and something I can grasp onto, and I know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, I know that passing the NCLEX in the Boston area, I'm highly employable. If I do well at pass that NCLEX, I'm highly employable. I can change my livelihood. I can change my quality of life. I can change my profession. I can set myself anew. As a fitness professional during the pandemic, I mean, it's teaching online classes, doing online personal training, it's great. It's convenient sometimes, but it's not a full-time gig. I love the fitness field. I'm going to continue to try to motivate my community, stay strong and healthy, but I'm ready to move on beyond that. Well, thanks for watching. Please comment if you're in a similar place in life or you're a fitness professional thinking about making a switch. I want to hear about it. Share your stories. Stay positive. Big love. Take care.